Race to Win, a sailing podcast brought to you by RaceQs.com. We review 3D regatta replays and analyze racing rules, tactics, and winning strategies. My name is Jacon, and today we're going to talk a little bit more about Leeward mark roundings and how messy it can get at a Leeward gate. In the replay I'm showing you right now from the 2013 Melges 24 World Championships, you can see it gets pretty crowded at the Leeward gate, what the sailors see as the right gate mark. So we're going to review this situation starting with the two boats that came in first and analyze everyone's right of way and see if anybody fouled other boats. Let me back up and we'll go through it a little bit slower. Okay, so here we are at the beginning. You can see boat 46 has jibed over to starboard and is now the starboard boat. Boat 43 must now also jibe to keep clear of 46, and you see they both round with 46 behind 43. No issues there. First rule 10, starboard over port applies, and thereafter, once the overlap is established, boat 43 has mark room according to rule 18. It gets a lot more complicated with the pack of boats just behind 46 and 43. So let me back up again and we'll talk about everybody's rights as they come into this gate mark. Okay, so I'm going to advance frame by frame here. We see 43 jibe over, and then they are overlapped boats on the same tack, and 46 is obligated to give 43 mark room. No problem there. But let's look a little bit farther up. All right, there we go. So you can see it's getting pretty busy. The boats are mostly coming in on the port tack. They're mostly going wide because they want to give their guys at the front of the boat a nice deep section of sailing to get that spinnaker down, but also so that they get a good wide and tight rounding and get an appropriate lane to head back upwind. Some are overlapped, some are not. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to switch the boats that we're looking at over to boat 26 and boat 38. Okay, so 38 is definitely on the outside of the boat in front of her right here. And 26 is clear astern of 38. That means 38 is not obligated to give 26 mark room. All right, let me go back a couple frames and we'll watch what happens frame by frame. So as I advance forward here, you're going to see 38 in her effort to make a good wide and tight rounding is actually going to leave the 3 boat length zone right here. Okay. Unfortunately, what this means for boat 38 is that Rule 18.2b, which entitled her to mark room because she reached the zone first, ceases to apply. Now boat 26 is the first in the zone and is entitled to mark room. You see 38 jibe, 26 also jibes to keep her obligation under Rule 10 and also because she needs to round the mark. Now, if you were watching closely there, you saw 38 had to head down a little bit to avoid colliding with 26. I'm guessing she probably protested 26, either claiming that 26 did not have mark room, which is incorrect because 38 left the zone, or as the Leeward boat. However, you can see 26's turn is consistent. She's doing all she can to keep clear of starboard tack 38 once 38 jibes, so in fact she's in the clear. So watching it again here, we see 38 leave the zone, 26 stays in the zone, 38 jibes, 26 jibes. Now there is an overlap and 26 has mark room. Remember, 38 was almost a boat length ahead when they entered the zone. Now, whether this was a boat handling mistake or just a good rules situation for 26 is undetermined, but the point is it's really important to understand Rule 18 at a deep level so that when you get to the chaos of the Leeward mark or the Leeward gate, you can be the one who knows your rights and can come out ahead of your competitors. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Race to Win. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave us a review on iTunes, and don't forget to visit our website at racecues.com/podcast. We'll see you next week, and in the meantime, get out sailing.